Hey folks, how you doing? Well, today we're going to do a live update on the market and let's take a look at what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and share my entire screen over here and let's take a look at the market today. So what we have over here is on the far left, we're looking at the tick. What you can see on the tick is that it has relatively been mid-range for the past day. It's not very strong in any one direction, which gives us an indication that there's a lot of indecision in the market. As we move over here to the right, we can see the VOLD, which indicates that the market is slightly soft, but it's neutral. As you can see, compared to Friday, where we had a very strong positive VOLD, today we're much softer. The VIX has settled down to 1427, indicating that there's confidence in the market. But with the other indicators where they are, and the fact that the NASDAQ is only slightly up, the Russell is down 0.5%, the Dow is down 0.5%, the ES is mildly negative, sort of neutral. That means that there's a lot of indecision in the market, and I'm going to look for the VIX to bounce back up into the 16 and dollar range in the next few days. What also we could see is that NVIDIA, which had a price target upgrade today, did pull ahead by about 3 points. That is what was pulling the NASDAQ up, I believe, without actually doing a further check. We can take a look at that further. But for now, the most important thing is I think you're going to get in and get out of the market as you see opportunities, because I don't have a lot of confidence right now in a direction. I don't think that the market has pulled a full-on direction. And we can take a look and see a little bit closer at certain things. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ for a minute. Pulling up the NASDAQ, you can see on the 1 hour chart, we're about at the top of my channel. We're facing a lot of resistance here over on this volume ledge at around 23,593, and you can see we've backed off of there. The value area looks like to be around 23,513, so I'm going to look for a retracement back to that level as well. Let's take a look also at the big pattern that's forming. This starting to look like a head and shoulders pattern, which is slightly concerning and indicating that it might end up dumping. Let's take a look at the ES real quick. So on the ES, what do we see? Again, we see a very similar shape, and you can see that we're also at a little bit of a resistance level at 64.77 where we are now. You can bring up the volume level to about 64.86 for a top. The trend is upwards, and we are still in the positive momentum of this trend. So we can see maybe a little bit higher in the next few hours, but if not, then we're going to look for, again, another retracement. And when you see, here, we're not really at the top of the 1 hour. It looks pretty good, but the ES is always pulled down by the NASDAQ, or it can be helped by the NASDAQ because it shares similar components. So let's take a look at the Dow, because the Dow is getting punished today. And I believe we are going to, this is not the end of it. So you can see the Dow on Friday was up, and ever since then, it's just been on a pretty much downward trajectory. So I'm not seeing much hope or light or love for the Dow at the moment. There is a value area gap between 45,444 all the way down to this 45,225 level. So you could see it fall fairly precipitously if it does continue to fall. Let's take a look at NVIDIA for a moment, because that's what's propping up the NASDAQ. And you can see NVIDIA did pop this morning, and it's now pulling back on its channel to the bottom of the channel over here. And I'm going to look for this to either hold, or if it doesn't hold, we're in for a little bit of a reversal again. So that's it for the midday update. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to add them in the comments. Please like and subscribe so that you continue to get more notifications and more updates. Thank you for joining me.